But this is our soft start. Hey guys,
Live.
woohoo!
All
So, Dan, I guess since you just joined, I know you're going to be involved in the sprint this upcoming week, and Peter and I had started working on this ticket. I'm just going to reveal the vote, and then we can talk about if you want to vote on some of the other tickets we have that are still being voted on. I can explain to you a little bit better. So this is like our async voter is something that Agile Ventures maintains and allows us. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the contribution guidelines for website one.
Nope. I just got all my stuff set up, but I haven't looked at that part yet.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna talk about it a little bit on Monday. So if you don't have a chance to look at it before then, that's fine. And we're gonna do it on Monday just to highlight a couple things that are a lot of people forget about putting in PRs and about that kind of stuff. But anyways, so in the contribution guidelines, it tells you how you can grab a ticket from the backlog, for example, and you can get it voted on in the website one channel. So it's pretty straightforward. You just kind of do something like this that Sam's done here, where you say like voter, and then you put the name of the ticket, and then you put the URL, and that will come up with this beautiful little async Azure production thing. And you can see we have 5 votes on this, and I'm going to reveal. This will reveal all the votes. Yes. Right. Cool. So Mike and I are the outliners here. Tanzaku, Do You Rock Tonight, and Federico have all put medium. I feel it's not so fair to Mike because we kind of put him on the spot and pressured him into voting without looking too much into the issue. So I guess I'll talk about why I said it was simple. I mean, I did say, I guess, earlier, but I'm not sure if Raul and Dan were here. But looking at the ticket, and I'm really happy you're here, Raul, because it would be nice to get your feedback as an experienced project manager and stuff like that. So I'm not signed in here, so I'll come over. What's that?
But anyway.
Well, I mean, just because we there's a couple issues. But where is it? Sorry. We started working on this. It's 2630, isn't it, Peter? 2630. Yep, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's not in the. And then that says, see this issue, which is on the Agile Ventures repo. And it's like incorrect linkage between AV premium pages and those in the repo. And it says, I note that we're still a bit screwed up in that website one is linking to premium mob and F2F pages with underscores to pages that have the correct open close HTML formatting, and that the pages premium underscore mob MD and premium underscore face-to-face MD in the AV repo are being copied over to the premium hyphen mob and premium hyphen F2F, i.e. with hyphens. So updates there are not coming through to the actual pages that are linked into the site. And also those pages in AV don't have the correct open close HTML. So I guess like that was it. I voted simple to explain my vote because it seemed like maybe it would just be like changing hyphens to underscores, maybe. But yeah, then we started working on it, and I mean, this was a little bit unclear to us. I don't know if it's unclear to anyone else.
It is very much clear to me.
Okay.
I wasn't when they implemented I mean, reading from Markdown files on GitHub into website one. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this.
Okay, cool. So I guess that does give us a, so we do have and I guess I don't want to talk about this too long because this making collaboration is kind of to work through the course. So I want to respect that. It's definitely possible people join not wanting to hear about this at all. And if I'm annoying anyone, just tell me to shut up, I guess. But yeah, so we do have a job, and one of the issues that we ran into is that when we were trying to do some debugging using binding.pry, and we were trying to do that in a way that we could like click on a button and in the site and have that stop in a pry session in the server. But because we have like this rack timeout, which we increase the limit for when we're developing, but since we still have the rack timeout, we're not able to actually access a pry session in the server because it just is populated by complaining about rack timeout. So actually, I'm going to create a new issue later today to see if we can explore maybe turning off the rack timeout for development. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe someone already knows how to do that and we could just do that. But I did Google for it, and I ran into this issue before today. And yeah, so anyways, so I guess like Peter, one of the things that we didn't think about doing is we could drop a pry in here, and that will give us some information. I mean, maybe all the information we need is we can find out from this job, and then we can invoke the job and get stopped in pry, and we can check out like,
Yeah, maybe. But we started to go through the controller and the actions, right? So that's why we ended up at the root cause, and then that was the problem with the rack middleware.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, like because we're actually hitting the API when we run this rake job, like I would prefer to do it as part of a test, like I said. But then I realized that there's no tests for the for this static. So I guess that's another issue I can write. There are people who have Dan actually is one of the people who said that you're interested in working on some TDD BDD. So maybe you would be interested in writing a test for this GitHub static pages. I mean, we could talk more about that, I guess, in the planning sessions. So test, and then that would make our life easier because then we can stub it out and we can run the test as many times as we want to play around in pry in different locations and not worry about it actually hitting the API. So yeah, I guess maybe that's all I'll say about that is that, this here, I think we can actually put a comment here for Sam to try to, help maybe give us a little bit clearer information about. I mean, he did say in the other ticket that that we will need to coordinate. The solution will require coordination between both repos. So that leads me, and it is an issue here on this repo. So that leads me to believe that maybe, like we need to fix something with this. But yeah, and then also
yeah, I feel like it will be good to have a little bit of context from either him or, I think, was it Nick?
Who created the issue or who?
Sam, okay, yeah. It will be good to get some context. I mean, more details around this issue.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah. I suppose one thing I could do, like I'm trying to use VS Code a little bit now. It's an interesting experience. And one of the things I have is that this Git lens, so I can actually like, I can come here to like the GitHub static pages and see who wrote this actually. So this was Nico. Okay, cool. So Nico might have some details that would help us out as well, but he seems a little bit MIA at the moment, but like he's been busy with work and stuff. Cool. Anyways, so I won't spend any more time on that unless anyone has any last minute questions. Cool. Yeah, so here we are, week 4. Where did we leave off, Mike?
I think, yeah, go ahead then.
Let's see. Well, I was driving, so I should probably know, but I think we, if I remember correctly, we just finished that section that we were on. So,
Oh yeah,
see.
you were doing some refactoring of that part 1 test, right? Of week 4.
Yeah, it was like the let me take a look.
Yep. If you want to share your screen as well, if you don't mind doing
Yeah, sure.
a little bit of driving. And then since we're in the same place, well, I say we, I guess you and Mike are in the same place. Maybe we can do like 20 minutes in Switch or half an hour in Switch. That way you don't have to feel like you're driving the whole time or vice versa.
Yeah, I think we're only that I haven't refactored my code to look like whatever he refactored. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually did some refactoring on my own too, so it looks different.
Ah, nice.
And also like the refactoring, maybe shouldn't be something that like keeps us from moving forward, like, because you do have like, you guys work together on like a working solution and it made sense for us to refactor, but it shouldn't stop us from, I mean, I guess unless you're like, don't have time at all to, but if you submit it to AutoGrader, you still have all the tests passing. So Raul, have you done this course before? You have context on what we're even talking about, or should we fill you in?
I did the course a long time ago, about 2-3 years ago.
Okay, cool, awesome. We're actually Peter and I are actually going through the advanced. Well, when I say we're going through, we started the advanced, and we actually have a recurring event every Saturday and Sunday that we're kind of haven't been diligent at actually doing, but yeah.
Cool. So this one is part 1 of the course, right? Week 4.
Yeah, part 1, week 4. Yeah. So Mike, since you started thank you by the way for getting the broadcast started, since Peter and I were wrestling with killing everything on port 3000. And can you I guess I probably don't need to tell you, but I was just thinking like if you could like focus on Dan's screen, so the videos.
Okay, so we have, I think we finished this step 3 of part 2 with all ratings selected, and so basically we're done with part 2, but let's just check to make sure. So filter movies list. So yeah, so there's a scenario for all ratings selected. Be the end of that part, and let me just run the test. Take a look.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you need to say like features slash short movie.
Oh,
no?
right.
Although that's not very helpful error message, is it?
No, no idea.
Sprocket method register engine is deprecated. Okay, deprecation warnings. That's shouldn't be anything to worry about too much. You can use Cucumber init to get started, right?
Okay.
Cool. So everything's green, huh?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, but that. So you ran the sort movie list, right? But then on the left, you're in the filter movie list.
Oh, did I run sort movie list? Whoops.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, nice.
And okay, so
So I know you. I guess last time I don't know. You don't need to show it to us if you don't want to. But I guess last time you were kind of like grappling with how should I.
I made some helper methods. Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I decided to refactor to take those out because basically they're just like replacing one line of code. So I don't really see the need for them.
But did you find a way that you were happy about implementing the I should see all movies? Because that was like I think.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just one line. So all movies dot each. Expect page to have content movie. So all movies dot each is okay. So here's what I did. I basically made a global variable right here. All movies. And in the given step, after I created the movies in the database, each movie, after I created each movie, I appended it to this all movies list. So that I could, well, right. So that each time, like I could, I wouldn't have to use the table or whatever in the step. I could just use that all movies in the test.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
And then also I put this all movies dot clear at the beginning so that since this block is run before each test, it'll clear out the all movies list. I don't know if that, because I didn't want to keep appending movies to the list before each test. So that was my kind of solution to that.
Just let me understand one thing. The reason why you're creating this array is just so that later on in your test you can check if all the movie titles that you have in your database are displayed. Is that correct?
Yes. Just for if.
Okay.
So like what the homework suggests, which is the way I think I guess is the way I've implemented it, and I'm not sure, Peter, how you was like just counting the amount of rows that but then like that didn't make sense for Dan. Like I'll let Dan speak for himself, but I know that like in parallel with that, like Sam was mentioning in his, like he has some walkthroughs that he went through this, that's not really realistic for, like you wouldn't really use that in a production environment, in a production. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Like So one question that I have regarding this implementation is like in your step from line 61, why don't you like make a query there to like read all the movie titles and then do the check that you're doing at line 63 instead? Why do you have to create a global variable? I mean, if you compare those two together, like, you know, reading all the movies right there and then doing the comparison within the scope of that step versus having that global variable where you initialize all your movies and like store them in there to use them later on, like, you know.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Because I kind of feel like, you know, having those all movies here, like the fact that you have to think about clearing that array every time you need to use it and stuff like that, it kind of makes things a little bit too complex for you.
Yep. Yeah.
Like those step there at line 3, in theory, should only be concerned about making sure that it populates the database with the data that you need for your test.
Yeah, and I guess like there is that we already like we can query the database for a list of movies. We don't need to create our own like list of movies.
Yeah,
I feel like that it's like that. I don't know if people have seen Infinity War, but it feels like that part where, why didn't you do this? And then like Bruce Banner's like, because I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we do pairing sessions, right? Just to kind of like share like our different perspectives of how we implement things, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's not something I thought of like 10 seconds ago, but then now that you say it, it's like, yeah, that totally makes sense. Like then we can like isolate it to like that one test where we do a database query, grab the movies and iterate over them and make sure you can see them. Yeah. And that's also better than what we were talking about earlier about like doing like, so I don't know if you understood what Dan was saying, was like he wanted to avoid having like in the feature file having another table, because then you have like the feature file could be quite long with lots of different tables, like
Right.
And Faith is here. Hey, Faith.
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us. We're just talking about creating databases.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, right.
I think one thing also to mention in here is to make a global variable that should be really the last thing you want. So that should be the constant, something that's never changed almost. So that's something you wanna leave it as a variable globally, but anything else probably not a global variable.
Yeah, that's because I mean, like having global variables in your steps can mess up with you at some point, very badly.
Yeah. Okay, so
you're looking for, Dan, in the background, you're looking for like the syntax on how to create the database for what you want?
Yes. So I'm guessing like a movie.all or something like that. And then I think we actually did this this before with one of our,
somewhere in the controller, maybe.
I think it was actually in in one of the views. Was that one of the views?
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind that that this code that we'll be looking at will be like their solution to the week 3, not yours, right?
It probably was the controller.
Which is a bit annoying.
So if I understand, like, just to rephrase what you're trying to do here, you're trying to get all the movies from the database into an array. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, just with the title.
Or you just want the title for
Yep.
that? Okay. Yeah, so a couple of ways you can do this. You can potentially get all movies and sort of like iterate over them to extract all the titles only. That's one way of doing that. There is also a method on Active Record that allows you to query. So you do a query on the database and then you return only, a column for that specific table. So in your case, for instance, you want all the movies, but you don't want all the objects. You just want the title for those movies.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That method is called pluck.
Does it rhyme with the duck?
It's pluck.
It's a method that rhymes with duck.
So Active Record pluck P. I think it's PLUCK.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. So as you see in that example there, if you call pluck on a person model and you want the names, it's going to return you all the names in that table. The second alternative is what I was talking about right now, where you get all the people in the database, and then you use map to get only the names from that table.
And that does return an array as well, which is what you want.
It does return an array.
I just found out about this method recently, actually. I was doing that like all and mapping it to, and then Nico gave me a code review and was like, why don't you just pluck the languages?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. And one of the benefits of hanging out and spying on people's solutions is that you can go bettering your code as well. I think it makes much more sense to do the way you're doing than to just count like I had here, expect the page to have CSS TR with a count of 10 within the body of the thing, which improved.
Great. So we want the title. So that should give you what you want. And now you can comment out the global array that you declared at the top.
I want to delete it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I say comment, like I usually just comment out, and if my test passes, then I delete it. But yeah.
We don't need this. Maybe list. Yep, that works.
Cool.
Awesome.
So try to avoid global variables as much as you can when you're writing test.
Alrighty. Thank you. And
Done.
Yes.
Done. Can I please see your? Can I please see your steps? Is it steps with the feature file?
Oh, feature? Yeah. For filter movie list.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Because I thought it should it should only work after you press but it can also work without. Because when I check the following rating on the refresh button, that's when you should see all the movies, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just did when I checked the following ratings with all the ratings that we have.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong one?
Are you talking about this? How?
Where's the feature for seeing all the movies?
Right. It's this all ratings selected scenario right here at the bottom.
Okay, sure, makes sense. Yeah, I think it's cool.
So,
Hello, I'm breaking.
Yeah. Well, you're not breaking up, but I think we're breaking up for you, Mike.
Yeah. Hello, Dan, you're saying something.
yeah. So all I did was just took each rating out of since we know there's only those 4 ratings. Yeah, just ratings and use that same feature step from the previous case. But were you thinking we should make a step for when I check all the ratings, or?
Okay. So, okay, yeah, I think I've made sense of what you've done. Like when I check the following ratings, it goes and runs that, and then I don't need to have and I press refresh because I think mine was repeating itself on that aspect. Because if you see this, where is my I think I don't need.
Oh, Peter, you see, Mike is still using binding.pry. Yes. We haven't got, not everyone's using BuyBug. I was commenting to Peter that I feel like I left for a week and then I came back and everyone on Weekend Collaboration was using BuyBug, but it's good to see people are still using Pry.
We're still using BuyBug in 2018.
Sam is, I guess, like I tried to introduce him to Pry.
I like Prime much better with the syntax highlighting stuff. So
exactly, like how can you be looking at like the output that is like just black and white, that's like not formatted and like yeah. Sorry. I have like at least one Pry rant every Weekend Collaboration, I think.
All right. I think that's cool. I think I'll complete it later on. You can just proceed.
All right. So proceed to part 3.
So, Mike, are you at the same point, or?
Yeah, I don't have the implementation for I shall see all the movies yet, but I've sort of cheated on that, so maybe
we can switch over to you if you want to. You want to catch up?
Yep. So maybe I come here and yeah. So what I was gonna do here was movie dot plug. title. Then it has that. Then I will have it here. Do movies, and then, or maybe I just need to do each. Is it do? Title. Then I expect what is that again? Page Matrix. Sorry, no. Yeah, we have a guest.
Have fun, guys. We'll bounce out.
Yeah.
Cool.
See you at the next session, eh?
See you
Bye.
soon.
Cheers.
What's the
Mike, do you still have that Capybara web sheet cheat sheet that that I sent you?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we could just tell you the answer, but it would be easy enough to just look at that cheat sheet, and that will help to kind of remind you of all the other things, amazing things that you can do with Capybara.
Yep, I done that. Which channel did you share that?
I don't know if I should. Did you? You haven't saved it in your bookmarks?
I feel like I think you might have.
I feel like you did save it in your bookmarks, Mike.
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Yeah. So
what is it that you're like? Do you have a good idea of what it is that you want to expect, or is that part unclear?
So the page should have content.
Perfectly. Oh, perfectly. Perfect.
Yeah. So this is expect page.
Although I wonder, since it's Ruby, if that would have
page
worked like that. So do I want to do it the easy way, or do I want to get practice writing? Regex. I think the easy way, no? The easy way is better. Yeah, so go back to the Capybara, the cheat sheet, Mike. So you see, like, you have there, on the left-hand side, you have under predicates, you have page.has CSS. That's like a question at the top. No, at the top. At the top, at the top, at the top. There you go. Page.has CSS. Yeah, cool. And then you have underneath it the same exact like assertion, but one with using a different syntax, which is like the expect. So that's like the, you know, the newer way of doing things. And do you see how they're different? So these like Capybara, they're like, what are they called? Like matchers, I think is the name. Magic matchers, something like that. Like they directly relate to Ruby methods. So like if you were to go in your Pry session, you can ask those questions like, you know, the whatever page.has content .has CSS .has table, you know, has select. So, you know, that would be like the Ruby way of doing it. And then you can use those as like matchers. Yeah, there we go. It says there in RSpec, these also map to matchers like page should have content, for example, but we don't really use that should have content anymore. But like, you know, you might have seen like in Capybara testing as well, like to equal, you know, and then you might have noticed that those that has like there's Ruby methods that you know. So this is like basically you could rewrite this to actually to use like Ruby methods instead of using these matchers. But you know, and internally that's what it's actually doing, you know. So when you say expect the page to have content, what it's going to do is it's going to call page.has content. And then if that returns true, then the test will pass. And if it returns false, then the test will fail. Woo-hoo! And Mike doesn't look like he's muted, but I can't hear anything from him. So I think he is muted. And Joseph has joined us. Hey, Joseph.
Hello. Hello.
How's it going?
Great. Not so bad.
Great or not so bad? Those are, I feel like, two different things. You're great because you've joined us, but in general, not so bad. Something like that. We're just what's up?
How about you?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm doing what I love doing, pairing with people and you know, using Ruby and
Pry.
Yeah, using Pry. Yeah, exactly. How did you know that? You must have been listening to the
No.
No, I'm just that predictable.
Yeah.
All right.
Included.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like in the background, like looking at my code, and I don't know if like Peter, is that something that you're have started doing or not? Like looking at your code and trying to refactor some stuff, or
No, actually, I'm trying to focus on. So yeah, definitely we had many mistakes, no, but more bloated implementations in some cases for sure. But I'm not rewriting those. So I'm more focusing on trying to like take to the max what we are actually doing.
yeah,
but that's
for
a
sure.
good idea to refactor, surely. But yeah, I think we in some cases we overcomplicate it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and some of the things that I want to refactor are things that the like, you know, well, I guess most of the things I want to refactor. Right now, I'm in the middle of refactoring. Like, you know, Dan kind of brought up that. Well, maybe it wasn't just Dan that brought it up, but like, and the way Mike has done things is like checking to make sure that all the movies that are PG and R are actually showed, and not just, I was just checking one of them, which is not really good practice looking back at it. But yeah, like a lot of the things I'm finding that I'm refactoring are things that the homework told me was like okay to do, but now I'm finding out that is not so okay to do. Like, for example, calling steps from step definitions from within other steps, whereas like, yeah, there's, you know, you could do a helper method that does the same thing, for example. But anyways,
yeah.
I'm trying to pay attention as well. So
yeah, I remember that we had this discussion actually, especially this calling tests inside tests. That's
yeah. Right, so we're moving on to part 3. Mike, you're gonna keep driving?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So
I mean, you know, I'm assuming Dan's okay with that because he turned things over to you. So
yeah, and that works.
And then I guess maybe do another 20 minutes, half an hour with Mike, and switch over to you, Dan, maybe to.
Sure.
If that's all right, because I think you'll probably stay up to speed with what Mike's doing. So what do I want to do?
So part 4.
Yeah. Part 4. That's part 3.
Hello.
That was part 3.
Yeah,
Can you hear you, Mike?
Part 3 now.
Hello.
You can hear you, Mike. It's fine.
So a little bit of background. Mike is dealing with ongoing internet issues. So we just have to be patient, and maybe, yeah, if we need to, we can talk on chat. If you can hear us, Mike, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. So
cool.
but happy parts for sorting movies by title and by release date. But how would you read that? How would you read that with your intonations?
Happy paths for sorting movies by title and release date. Oh, sorry, just that word, happy.
Happy paths for sorting movies by title and by release date.
Yeah, there you go. I like you roll your R. Release date. Sexy.
Yeah, because mine, I think it's just flat. Happy paths for sorting movies by title and release date.
I mean, we don't want to bore our listeners. You know, you gotta add some spice to it.
Yeah. So since the scenario in sort movie list.feature involves sorting, you will need the ability to have steps that test whether one movie appears before another listing. create a step definition that matches a step, such as then I should see Aladdin before Amelie. Then we have hints. Page is the yeah. I think these links applied for all the hints, and we already read that, right? Or no? I think I read them on my own. So we have the hints. Page is the capybara method that returns the object representing the page returned by the app server. You can use it in the expectations, such as expect page to have content hello world. More importantly, you can search the page specific elements matching CSS selectors or expressions. See capybara documentation under querying. Then you have page.body is the HTML's body. Is the page's HTML body as one giant string. A regular expression could capture whether one string appears before another in a larger string, though that's not the only possible strategy. Use the step definition you create above to complete the scenario sort alphabetically and sort movies in increasing order of release date in sort movie list.feature. Then success, all steps, scenarios, both have feature files passing green. Then you go to submission. Yeah. So yeah. So I think I don't know, but Dan, have you been using tags as they required in the README?
No. You mean for? Wait, have I been using tags like?
Yeah. Earlier on in the README, they required us to
get tags.
Use tags. I think that's digressing from what we're doing right now. Like here. Then you.
Yeah, I haven't been. Yeah, I should probably be doing that better. You're talking about the. Oh, let me see. Where are you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're just showing the part that was talking about tags.
Yeah. Yeah, I was showing the part that I was talking about tags because yeah, I think maybe they will grade on that as well. So it just came up in my mind.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. So yeah. So maybe we can have
Matt, sorry to interrupt. Matt, do you remember if the auto grader is rating based on the commit tags?
Not that I remember, no, because I can't. Well, yes, actually it is, yeah, because I submitted it and then I ended up getting a poor grade, and then I found how to like push with tags after the fact.
Okay.
I think I just needed to like. I mean, I might still have in my history because I think it's the only time I've ever used git push something with tags. Yeah, I mean that might take me. Oh, I can I can do like a history and then grep for tags. I think. The problem is that the history only works for like the specific. That's annoying, like the specific window or tab or whatever. And so like if you use more than. Oh, there we go. Git tags. Yeah. So I did git push and then hyphen tags afterwards. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what sorry, to this point, I can't remember. Does the homework tell you, has it told you to be pushing already or no?
No, it just popped up in my mind as I was reading that I haven't been using tags as well. So
Yeah.
so
because it's a bit strange because like they were saying something, we were reading something about how they're talking about how you're not supposed to push to your public repo or something because that would be cheating and you can't share your answers with anyone and whatever, blah blah blah. Don't know. So I'm wondering what they, because that was news to me. Although I did notice that on like week 5 I didn't push anything to my public repo because I was just looking at that with a teacher. Git clone. Okay, so it's not something it was just something they remembered.
yeah.
You want to add a tag right here for end of, like something like complete, do a commit for complete part. What do we do? Complete part 2 and then add a tag for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you don't need to be pushing to GitHub to add tags. This could be like you could have tabs locally on Git. Yeah.
And then how do you do the tag? I forget.
But it's here like, oh yeah, so they did say git push your remote /tags. So you can say git tag and then you name the tag. So we recommend that you do a git commit as you get each part working. As an additional help, Git allows you to associate tags, blah, blah, blah. For example, immediately after doing a commit, so you commit first,
Okay.
and then having committed, then you say git tag, and then you say tag it whatever you want, homework 4, part 1, part 2, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you could do after that, you can do like a git diff, and see the difference between the, if you want.
Okay, I see the tag on there.
Nice. Presumably the autograder will have access to that when you, I can't remember how you submit this. Oh yeah, like in the hints they even tell you like expect page to have content. Hello world. Submission, yeah. So you do a zip of your features. That's weird. Like, how does the autograder know whether you've been using tags in?
Let me go to the old submission page on the edX.
Yeah. I could go to the output of mine.
What?
What I can imagine actually, Matt, is that the auto graders log like running a Git log, and then they match the logs.
Yeah, they would have that. They would be able to do a get log based on just your feature file, because it seems like that's the only thing that you're zipping is your features, or your features folder.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I forgot that. No, probably not.
To submit your assignment, please submit a .zip compressed archive file containing just your features directory.
Okay. No, not on that.
So I guess Faith dropped off. I was just about to ask her something, but I mean, there's there's an ongoing question of how to get Joseph and Faith more involved unless they get caught up. But Joseph, for you, I had a question. Mike, is it okay if I mute you? Just to mute yourself. Anyway. Sorry, not that we don't all love louder, but Joseph, I had a couple questions for you. The first question is that I had was there's a AV community member named well, actually I don't know if it's her name, but Mamta that is in. Are you in the ESAS 169 MOOC or not?
What do you mean by am I in now?
Like, are you part of the ESAS 169 MOOC channel?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm not sure if you're interested in being part of that or not, but there's a member there, Mamta, that she's in week 2 of the course, and potentially maybe she's looking for someone to pair with. I'm not sure if you're interested in that, but we could like maybe help organize like for people like you and Faith and Mamta that are like towards more towards the beginning of the course. Like, you know, not that you're not welcome to come hang out here, like you totally are. But if you, I don't know if you want help trying to organize that, just let me know on Slack. If not, then I won't bring it up to you.
Okay, if he's active.
Yep. So I can reach out to her and maybe give her your handle and see if
and Faith
might be.
But
Sorry?
I think she's kind of busy right now.
Yep. Faith, you're talking about?
What?
Or are you talking about Faith or Mamta?
I said to Nida she's kind of busy, so yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need Faith because she has done at least. We can guide us.
So is it okay if I reach out to Mamta and tell her your handle on Slack and tell her to get in contact with you if she's interested in maybe pairing?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And then the other thing, well, I guess the other thing I'll talk to you on Slack about. But yeah. Cool. So Mike is there saying, when I follow movie title, then I should see Aladdin before Amelie. Okay, that makes sense, right? Because I mean, why they say when I follow doesn't make sense to me, but that wasn't Mike that did that. That's in the web steps. Like what when I follow?
Yeah, like follow the link, right? So.
Yeah, like, but then, you know, then you like go to the that like web step and it's like click, you know, like so why not say when I click? But anyways, all right, cool. So and Mike, you've put that in there and ran the test. Sorry, I didn't see. Oh, nice. So that's failing. Well, that's failing saying unimplemented. Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense because it's unimplemented. I actually got this feature. I got this passing. And then I was like talking to Sam about it and showing him my code. And then he was like, yeah, okay, that's good. But you're not actually expecting anything in your implementation, so kind of whatever you do will be passing. And this one was a bit this one was challenging for me, to be honest. I like spent time looking up on like, you know, searching the internet, trying to look for stuff, and I end up like kind of finding yeah, just finding a solution, to be honest, which is not so good. But I didn't have like the great support that, you know, Weekend Collaborations provides for people, you know. So.
Oh. So you're saying I wasn't support enough? That's what you are trying to say here.
Were we even pairing at this point? I think we were, weren't we?
Yeah, we did. But I think we ended up in 2 different solutions, actually.
Did we? Oh, okay.
I think so.
I mean, you know, I think like while we're doing this, I think it'd be really interesting for us to be sharing our screens and going, you know, like, I don't know if you're interested in that, but yeah. So what do they give you as the hints, Mike? Do they give you anything helpful in the hints? They say like page.body is the page's HTML body as one giant string. Okay, so that's helpful. A regular expression could capture whether one string appears before another in a larger string, but that's not the only possible strategy. So like when okay, so I know I'm going to have page.body. So, you know, we could go and pry and have a look at what that is. And then when I read about regular expression, I automatically think like cheat sheet, because, you know, remembering exactly like the symbols that you need to use about regular expressions is never clear for me. So I always need, so I'm going to pull up a cheat sheet in the background. I mean,
yeah,
Dan,
I was just trying some stuff on Rubular.
Cool. Oh, nice. Perfect. You already have that up then. Nice. Does anyone here feel like they're really strong in regular expressions? No. Yeah. So everyone's kind of in the same boat.
No.
Only know
good.
the
Yeah.
The first character, match all numbers, that kind of stuff.
So does anyone know off the top of their head like how we can check that something comes before something else?
Yeah, you can use it's called negative or positive look ahead if you want to look.
Nice. Cool. So I guess that has some like quick references. Dan, I'll post some. I mean, maybe you already have, but I'll post this other, because I that Rubular is really.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Oh,
he pushed the red button.
Yeah.
Mayday! We lost Matt. Mayday!
I usually use regexa. Oh, let me see if I can.
What's it called?
Let me paste it on the chat. Oh,
Hey.
Rubular kicked you off because they were sensing you're about to say something.
Yeah, I was going to give like another site that's useful. Actually, I'm as Joseph knows from having joined some of the scrums and stuff. I'm really good at getting myself kicked out of places. I showed there another cheat sheet that
Cool.
and Joseph showed. Yeah, so apparently when you click on, like, when you're in the tab and then you click on the bookmark and then like it replaces it with that tab instead of opening a new one, which maybe we can open up an issue with with Chrome about that. It seems like not what you would want to do, but anyways. So I'm just gonna look on this cheat sheet. Look ahead, huh? Look ahead. Yeah, cool. Look ahead insertion plus negative look ahead.
Okay.
And I gotta look at what did I do as well. I said I did something a bit different, I think.
So if you
Yeah, so I didn't use a look ahead on my solution, Joseph, but I would be interested to. I mean, I can try that here and see if that works as well. Let's see. Right, so that didn't work for me, Joseph. Maybe I did something wrong, but no, you can't see my screen. I don't want you to have the ability to see my screen. Oh, actually, Joseph, you can actually. I'll give you I'll start a live share.
Yeah. So I used that the positive look ahead when I wanted to match something inside a parentheses, but not including the parentheses. So that's only yeah.
So Joseph and Joseph only can follow that link and see all the things I'm doing in the background. So this is what I had before that was working, Joseph. Well, you're not in yet. So
and VS Code.
So Joseph, Peter and I were using Teletype today in Atom, you know.
It worked really great.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll share my screen with you when Joseph decides he wants to join me. Maybe he doesn't want to join me. That's why.
Currently joining. I don't know. Maybe
You're currently what? You're joined?
I've joined already.
Oh, look at that. You've joined. All right, cool. So I'll share my screen while these guys are trying to figure out regex expressions. We can, no, that doesn't share the screen. That turns off my camera. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. And those of you who are still working at regex, don't look at the answer, you know? So look at you. So this is live share, and you can see here that like. Can you see Peter?
Yeah, I do.
Joseph, can you like highlight something? Look at that. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's nice. But you can do this in Teletype too, though.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different. I mean, I guess maybe I haven't been the. I guess I've done more joining your portal than.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I just thought like this part is really cool that it's like colored, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure. More visible.
Different colors.
Yeah, and also with Teletype, you have to be on the same. Can you modify another page for? Can you modify the same file? Open it instead of the same session that you are using and No, you can't.
Yeah. No, so that's the thing is like, so today, like when I was searching for in Atom, I was searching for like going to different pages, and then the pages that I was going to were on only on my Atom in my branch, and like he would have to navigate to the page, and then I would have to like click on his face, and that would take me to where he was.
Yeah,
You know?
that's such a drag.
Yeah, like in this context, Joseph can go to any of the other you know, any of the other pages and like copy and paste onto the file I'm working on, you know?
I get it. I get it.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool.
And also there's so Joseph, we haven't used that we haven't used I have that extension now. The
Oh, the code stream?
yeah, you want to try using it? Let's try using it.
Use it and you'll see. So
To blame people.
No, it's like
yeah. So when
right.
you can comment, yeah, just sign up with. You'll get your. I don't know if you are allowed to sign up with Slack. I tried. Oh,
Can I?
yeah, you you can. But if you're then anyone, yeah.
Can I mean, is that like just signing up all of Agile Ventures for?
Yeah, I think they can collaborate now with you. Anyone with.
So I guess like the way it works is, so that's weird. That's taking me to the thing on how to install, but I've already installed. Okay, well maybe that's just like a default thing. Your web browser should have opened up a Slack authentication. Once you've completed the authentication process, return here to get started with CodeStream. Continue. So I wonder if like, I don't know if I think this will like save all of our conversations to Slack as well though. I wonder if I should have done that or not. I mean, as long as I don't start kicking people out of Slack, I think it's okay, you know? Failed to load JS lint. Okay, whatever. I don't care about that. So why did it take me to this page here?
What's that?
This is like telling me how to install CodeStream. I've already done that.
Go back to the previous. Go
Here.
back to the yeah.
You can now head back to your editor and start using CodeStream. If you don't have the CodeStream plugin for your editor, download it now. Okay, I think I might have clicked on that. That's why I opened this. Oh, this should be loading then. Oh, it seems really slow.
Maybe try and cancel and then try logging in with Slack.
Well, I mean, it seems like the login was successful.
Yeah. Inside the editor.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, but I was just wondering if it's not just give it another minute, you know?
Okay.
Or, yeah, I mean, I suppose I could do that and then try to open it again. No, I didn't open it from here. I think I opened it from here, no? CodeStream. Sign out. So I am signed in.
Okay, then toggle CodeStream. So let me comment on something. Maybe you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's got this thing like, is this like a progress bar that's like 1/4 of the way complete, or is that just like the design or something? Or
I don't know. Mine was fast, maybe because I just signed up with my personal account. Maybe with signing in Workspace, maybe might take longer.
Yeah, right. Sharing, okay. Following Joseph. Toggle 1 unread mention, 32 unread messages. What? Show opened editors. No. I know. And how's the regex people doing?
Not sure.
I think there you're looking that regular expression is like saying either or, no?
Yeah, on mine.
Yeah, I think it's on
Yep.
yours. I'm not sure if it is on the.
Yeah, so I was trying to do Amelie and Aladdin, and then use a back reference to basically exclude that, and then yeah, I don't know. Basically, I was just going to capture both, and then use the capture groups to determine which came first.
Oh yeah, nice.
But I don't capture well. Let's see. So I want to.
So that period and star. Oh yeah, there you go. Match 1 and match 2. Nice.
We have match 1 and match 2.
Yep. Mike has also said that he shared something. I don't know if you want to have a look at it. It's called regex for matching something if it's not preceded by something else. And here.
So if it's done, then you can send those invites. Hey, why is it taking so long?
I don't know, and I mean, maybe I shouldn't have been doing it on the Agile Ventures. Is there a way to sign? I think I need to sign out and re-authenticate maybe, because I think maybe I should have toggled that for, where is CodeStream? CodeStream. Yeah, so CodeStream sign out. Okay. Well, now it says signing in. Oh, sign in to CodeStream. And then email. Okay. I signed in with Slack. So you signed in with an email and password?
Yeah.
So do you have an account? Let's say I don't have an account. Sign up. Sign up with Slack. Then can I toggle this to myself? Oh, sign into another workspace. So this confirm your identity on Agile Ventures. So how do I confirm my, with just my email, presumably. I think that's okay. Yeah. I don't think I'm authenticating as Agile Ventures. I think I'm authenticating as a user on Agile Ventures. And then your web browser should have opened up a Slack. Okay. Once completed, return here and to get started. Okay, so continue. And what do we have here? I mean, in the meantime, Joseph, you can comment on what you think about my solution.
So can you? Oh, but now I can't. I can also invite you. And then maybe okay. So let's wait for that. Okay.
Yeah, like I actually went like trying to do this type of implementation, like which is not very good at all. It's really complicated. And yeah.
Maybe you have received an email. Can you check your email maybe?
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Emails. New Slack app installed. You've just installed CodeStream. If you didn't make this change, you can remove this app from your workspace by visiting the code. Okay, that's good. So just in case I did something crazy, I can revert it.
Slack maybe. CodeStream.
So yeah, where's CodeStream? All on reds. No. CodeStream. No. Think about CodeStream.
Maybe it's in find search.
I have here on like somewhere in here. I have like Google Drive as well.
Yeah, so I think it's like the apps down there. You can maybe you can see code.
No.
Yeah, I see it.
You see it? Where do you see it?
I've
From
scroll down. And then in the apps you can click like add. Not the apps.
apps. Where's app?
You have to scroll down.
Oh, I got all the way at the bottom. Oh, apps. There we go. Browse apps. There we go. Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, sorry. But I don't know how.
Oh, nice.
But that's only the
how to use this app. Oh, that's nice.
settings.
App directory support for this app. The app has not been reviewed by Slack. Oh, that's good.
Oh, so Slack needs to review it before it gets installed.
So you did that. You've gone through that process already.
No, for me, I didn't.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Let me just steal you for a moment, right? Matt.
Yes.
Let me steal Joseph for a moment.
You can
sure. Yeah, I can approve, but I think that maybe I'd want to talk to Sam first because I'm not sure if I can approve. If anyone can approve this, or I can just approve this because I have like special permissions on the Slack channel, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I should. Oh, look at that. Can receive all events from Agile Ventures in real time and confirm user's identity. All right. Well, yeah, maybe I'll just check with Sam before go approving stuff.
Maybe
I mean, I think
maybe trend.
Sorry. Let me try. Let me try. Let you try what, Joseph?
What if you sign in with your email? That would be easier. Just
okay, cool. Yes. I think Mike is trying to ask you a question. By the way,
oh, yeah,
Joseph. Yeah. He wants to know if I'll let you borrow.
Mike.
Yeah, what's wrong with look ahead here?
Yeah.
This guy. I'm trying to see to look if bar comes ahead of side.
Yeah, but it doesn't
match.
It can't match because there is a space.
Where is the space?
When you see, so you want to match side, right? But there is a space. You want the side
like this?
Yeah, that one. So it's either you do question equals.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. And do that. Or you can add the spaces in the bar.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Matches a space character. What's that matches a space character?
This I just added space here.
Yeah, okay. You can add or \S. for readability, maybe.
Where? Here.
Yeah. Backslash S. Yeah. So that
Yeah,
much.
that's
Yeah.
probably better, no?
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
So let's try this again. Cancel this. Let's try signing up without Agile Ventures.
Thank you guys for including those. When I was looking at all of you doing different stuff, Daniel was doing his own thing. Matt and Peter were doing their own thing. And Mike, you chapter 4. So all of you guys were giving me like my blood pressure was like yeah. At least now I feel that it's going down. So
Just look away
so,
from the Hangouts, man. Just look away from Hangouts.
Am I on mute? Okay, no.
So Joseph, you did this like use CodeStream channels?
let me.
Because there's only two options to sign up, like sign up with Slack or use CodeStream channels.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. And then
okay. So then I put in my email. Does this not have like I can't use? They have like username, password.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, pretty much.
So-
and they only tell you to put it once. So if I got it wrong, then I guess. Well, I guess I can save it.
Yeah, you can say go and authenticate.
Yeah.
What is this doing, guys?
What is this doing? This is going to give us the ability to chat on code, and then it saves the. It looks like you already have an account. Oh, geez.
And it saves it back to your files, basically.
It saves it somewhere. Like I guess, like you can potentially get it to save it on Slack, basically. Like, you know. So
Yeah,
what?
but I'm going to save it here in VS Code. That's where we can see. Did you forget your password?
I mean, I don't have a password. I think it authenticated me via Slack, and so now I have an account with Slack, but it hasn't actually been approved to, you know. So I think it's like my actual whatever my password is for Slack, which I have no idea.
No, you should use the one that you entered.
Yeah, well, it didn't. Actually, the email they sent me says it looks like you already have an account. Just open the CodeStream and sign back in.
Yeah, using the password that you just entered right now.
Okay, well, I tried that, but that's not what it says. It says it looks like you already have an account. Oh, anyways.
Can you go back and
let's try that. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, no, sorry, entered an incorrect email or password.
Did you use the email? That email?
Yeah, the Gmail one.
Send another. Maybe they are confused.
We've resent your confirmation. No, I don't think they're confused. I think that it maybe it. Well, I wonder which email I signed up with Agile Ventures for. Yeah, you know.
Okay, I think I got a solution.
Yes. To my CodeStream issue or to the regex?
No, to the regex. All right.
Okay. That's not nearly as exciting. Just kidding.
But you can But now you can't authenticate because now your Slack email is the same as that. That's interesting.
What?
I mean, I could sign up
Why
with
do you have the dot after Aladdin, Daniel?
Because you can send the code,
So
but you're not authenticated now.
yeah,
You can't see.
dot to
yeah, what is
meet
the...
character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
And
I'm putting
what happens if
this.
what happens if you put like other things in between those two? Because right now you just have one and the other. What if you put like, you know, other movies?
Yep, works. So that's what the dot star is. It's so we can have anything else in between Aladdin and Amelie.
So what happens if you delete the look ahead and you just have Aladdin dot star or dot wildcard Amelie? Like, no,
That's
but
a match.
delete the parentheses.
Oh.
That matches everything.
Yeah. That works. Even better. So
did it work?
Yeah, it's working. But now if Aladdin is before Amelie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It'll match something.
Oh yeah.
But if it's not, then it won't. No matches.
Yeah.
So this is.
So how do you translate that into the test or the step?
Well, so this is basically like a true false. Like if you have a match, then that's truthy, right? And then no match is going to be. It's going to return nil. I think. I guess the matches method is going to return nil or whatever, and you basically have a true false right there. So
let's get the test passing, shall we? If you're ready. If you're not, then I'll just shut up.
So Max, you don't.
Joseph, you're still talking about the code stream, aren't you, Joseph? You can't let it go.
You don't have a fake email that you can use.
I have another email. Would you like me to sign up with a different email? I can do that.
Yeah, use a fake email for testing, you know.
Well, no, I mean, I have an actual other real email that I can just sign up with.
Yeah.
And actually, it's probably better because it's where I send my spam to. All right, so now.
It's Yahoo. I knew it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Confirm your email address. Oh, there we go. Link not working. Try this. Confirm email address. Sign up complete. Sign up complete. Sign up complete. Sign up complete. Create team. Oh, I can create a team.
Oh, where are you?
So that's probably why it.
Let's see.
So now you can say.
I think so. Let me see. It's still on the create team part.
Yeah, leave that alone. Go to your app now. If it's trying to connect, but
Okay. So then I say continue.
When you say continue, are you signing in with the Slack? We should just
I hope not.
just cancel and
log in. Sign in. Sign in. What's my password again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Something went wrong. Please try again or contact support. So it's like it knows that I'm trying to sign up with. Request initialized failed with message. Login failed. Cannot.
Wait.
I haven't. I mean, it's stuck in this like waiting for the API, waiting for the API. I think it hasn't completed yet. It's waiting for the API.
Interesting. Maybe let me try and invite. Can you send me your email? That email. Can you post this email?
Yes. Oh, Peter said I need to go. Have fun with the rest of your assignment. Oh, cool. See you tomorrow. Oh, see you. I thought I couldn't join tomorrow. My email is this one here. It's not letting me copy from this page for some reason. Oh, that's weird. Maybe it did let me copy. So can I put that here? No, that's not it. Let's write it. So what's Mike up to? Mike, why are you using page.html? Well, yeah, I don't know if, yeah, because remember in, like, if you have a look at the README, they give you like a, hint, you know?
Oh, I've sent you an invite. I can't see you now. But you haven't accepted, so I can't.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, I can send you even a direct message.
Invited you to collaborate with Agile. I've added you to the Agile team. Nice. So we can discuss code. Awesome. But it didn't tell me anything I need to do. It just says you added me. So I think I still need to be able to sign in though. And I can't sign in. Well, I'll try again, I guess. CodeStream. No, it doesn't find anything about CodeStream. I think they kicked me out of CodeStream. CodeStream. CodeStream.
Can you disable and enable it maybe for maybe because of the Slack?
Can I do what?
Disable right there.
Here?
Then enable it.
Oh, I think I just deactivated. I kicked you out. Oh man. Okay. Right. So I need to do live share again. Live share. Join collaboration. Oh, so I think you can rejoin with the same link, no?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then, what is it? Code stream.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
I missed that.
Okay. On the steps.
So, Mike, why don't you show us yours instead of him showing us the working solution,
Oh.
and we can help you work through what's not working on yours. So I had said to you, I asked you, I don't know if you heard me. I asked you why you're using page.html, and I suggested that you go to the README and see what they're using. So did you go to the README, or did you not hear me, or?
Okay, here.
No, that's not the
The
README.
README.
Yeah, the README.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's in the hints. So that's, yeah. So do you see the difference between what they're using and what you're using?
Page.body. Okay.
So I'm not sure. Where did you get page.html from?
Yeah, I think did I do it in a press session?
Yeah, so that gives you all the HTML. But then, I mean, maybe that would work. I'm not sure. It was failing.
Yeah.
Like the test was failing, or no?
Yeah, this is still gonna fail. I can see something wrong with your code.
I think. I mean, I think I might know as well. But oh, okay. So you're not running the test. You're just doing an MPRI session. Okay. That's, yeah.
So I think it's
you think it's
I don't know if we can use variables this way.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe not. Like, so I maybe, yeah, I don't know. How can we test that theory?
That's what I was
Yeah, that's
stuck
definitely
on too.
So how can we test this theory without just saying the answer?
I would go look at the documentation. That's what I did.
Okay,
documentation for regex.
That's a great way.
Dan, what did you say?
I would search up the Ruby documentation for regex, the regex object, or the regex class. Sorry, yeah. And in there, there's an answer about how you use the variables in a regex literal.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So what was it that you were actually like the way you had done it? What was it actually looking for?
I think without the interpolation, I don't know what it will give. What if I try this guy here? Try.
What are you trying to do with that?
I'm trying to see how, yeah, how it prints out. Yeah. And this is what we want to match.
So when you were doing, so when you were doing that before, when you did that above, like there on, like at the top of your, at the top of your terminal. No, at the top of your terminal.
The top of my terminal, this.
Very top screen.
Yeah. So they're like number 2. That's like number 1, and that came back as nil. And then number 2, you did the same thing that you did right now, except for you printed off the regex. And the difference is that when you printed off that first time, it said E1 dot, dot wildcard E2. And when you did it now, like it said Aladdin dot wildcard Amelie. So the way you had it before was it was literally looking for the E1 that comes before E2 instead of like the value of E1 comes before the value of E2.
Yeah, it's true.
So your expectation now is that this is going to match, or you've already tried it and it didn't match?
Yeah, I've already tried it here.
Yep, and that came back as nil.
Yeah. So
do you, there you go. Nice. I've got to get going as well, guys, because it's getting late and I need this bottle beer already still.
All right.
So yeah, I suppose that's coming back as false. It doesn't match that.
So to see this before this, see E1 before E2. And here. I don't know.
Try it out in one of those tools like the regexer or Rubular, and just try and play around. Because I think it's easier to see.
Rubular, okay.
Yeah, try Rubular.
Rubular. Yeah, I know what you're missing. I think I know what you're missing, and I think you know as well, don't you, Dan?
Yep.
Is it potentially like one character?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So we're on the same page.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yep. And then now do a test string.
No matches. What could the problem be? What happens if you no. What happens if you put Emily on the same line as Aladdin?
Oh, like here?
Yeah. Does that match? Opa! Woohoo! So does that make sense?
Uh,
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No. Nice try, but so I would suggest you have a look at the regex quick reference and see if there are, you know, whatever other cheat sheet that you can find that like supports searching for, you know, more than, I don't know, something.
I had the cheat sheet open. It's just
Like you have lots of cheats. Nice.
I think I don't have you anymore.
Who? Who don't you have?
It's actually on the bottom of the ribular. It's within that the ribular. You can just look at that quick reference, and it's in there.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't find it, Dan.
It's hidden in plain sight.
Is it? Oh,
Yep.
I saw it. Oh, that's mean. It's in a really difficult place to find.
God.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to find a way to capture this on the next line.
Okay, so why don't you do like a search in your like a Control F? Or Command F. No. Okay. 1, 2, and hit enter, 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 enter.
Oh,
one more enter. Enter, enter, enter. Woo!
Make dot match new lines.
Ah, look at that. Make dot match new lines. That's what you're trying to do, right? By you're adding like a \n, which is like new lines, right? New line. So is that clear or not really?
It's not.
So those are options, right? Do you know where you
put
options? No. Where do we put the options in regexes? You can see there, like they have like, you know,
there we go.
There.
Yep.
Oh. Woohoo!
Options, case sensitive, and make dot match new lines. X ignore regex. Oh, okay. I think I've never used that
in Pry and see what happens.
that guy is true.
Ow, crazy.
Yeah. So now I expect so maybe I should have this first, and I should have some expectation.
That's reasonable.
So I should expect.
I expect that you're going to remove pride before you run the next test.
Expect something to be true. So expect. Man, how would I do that? So
do you remember when we were talking earlier about the how to use a matchers so you have a method called has CSS, right?
yeah.
And that's like a predicate method that is asking like a yes or no question, right? So, and then the matcher would be expect page. No. Yeah. Expect page to have CSS, right?
Yeah.
So you can see there the difference is they just changed like has to have, and then they just took off the question mark.
Yeah.
So, and if you look back at your regular expression, you have a predicate method called match, right?
Yeah.
So
okay, maybe I need to
have
it here first. So that
correct. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
So, Mike, so backing up a little bit, you have a predicate method has CSS,
yeah,
right? And you have a predicate method match, right?
Yes.
And then you have expect blah blah blah.
Expect.
Expect regular expression. Yep. 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 No. Not quite. So remember that we have predicate methods, but then instead of using a predicate method, we're using a match, right? So go back to the cheat sheet. You see there, page has CSS, question mark. Expect page to have CSS. No question mark. Yes, no.
Expect page to have CSS. What's wrong with these people? Why do they make it so hidden easy?
Right?
Yeah. Wow.
So remove those.
Okay.
So now we're going to run the test. And what do we have? We're running the test. Woohoo! Dan, is that what you did, or did you do something slightly different?
I did something slightly different. So I did expect. Well, I just changed it, but okay. I'll put it back to what I had. I had expect. That's what I had.
Yeah.
Expect page.body.match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly okay as well. I mean,
yeah, but this is so this is the preferred way to do it, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. We're kind of use those like to match. I mean, maybe it has something to do with those drivers like that you were talking about earlier about well, no, I think that was something different. But yeah, like when I originally did this, I wasn't expecting anything. I was just like I was just calling the predicate method, like, because then I was like, well, if it returns like similar to what you were saying, like if it returns nil, then that will be falsy and then it'll fail the test. But I think that wasn't my only issue. I think I didn't have the dot and wildcard in between the two. So I was like just checking that both were on the page, like something like that. And like I wasn't checking that one happened before the other. So it was like always passing. And so then I had to move, like when I moved E2 to the same place as E1, like I swapped them and it was still passing the test. And then Sam was like, yeah, so think about that for a second. And I was like, oh yeah, all right. So
yeah,
that's not supposed to be. Yeah. So, and I guess like, yeah, I've done it back and forth. Like, a lot of times I'll put the regex at after the predicate method. And in this case, like I did the same way Mike did, where which is like, seems to be the way that's preferred by the documentation, but not really sure. And yeah, I question about like, whether we should ever use parentheses in Ruby since they're not required. And like, yeah, anyways, but
well, I think if we do it this way, like if we take out the parentheses right here, I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, it might not, like I wonder if like you could, if it would work if you take it out in one place but not in the other. I'm not sure.
If we did that, I bet that would work.
Yeah, that would I expect to work. The other one, I think they expect page.body. You always see those parentheses, right? That still works, yeah.
That seems to work.
Yeah, so that's the same thing as like when you use a predicate method, it still works. But then yeah, like I wonder if so if I do like if on mine I do, yeah, see, if I don't do parentheses since I have the regex first, then it like turns all green, which leads me to believe that it's not going to work. It's like color coding is typically they don't change the color coding for no reason. But I guess like if I do page.body like that, that would probably still work. Yeah, that still works like that. But so yeah, I think this expect, and then you kind of need to have a, and then also as well, like I question why are we using E1 and E2? Like that doesn't seem like very descriptive.
Right.
Local,
because it was already done for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, totally. Did you see how I was like so I kind of like kind of grabbed this answer from somewhere, kind of like I just Googled for it when I couldn't figure it out. And then I tried like implementing something like similar to this, but then it was like, this is not a good way of doing it, It's like within the table body, like within the table row, the first table row, expect to find this, and then like, yeah, so I just left it in here I was learning about how to use these in Capybara, to search for certain stuff. And so I was like, like, I wonder if that could be a possible solution. But then, yeah, it is. Cool. So I'm gonna get going. I guess you guys probably will as well, because well,
Yep.
I mean, I know, but
First.
see.
Yeah. The git tag.
Yeah, because that's the end of part 3. Yeah. So Mike's getting some interesting failures. What happened there, Mike?
Oh. What's going on?
You broke it just to make sure it worked.
Yeah, this is for the short movies in increasing order of date.
Release date. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so you need to do that part as well, or
25. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, think about what you're trying to do there, Mike.
I should change this because this is April. I'm just trying to. Okay, I'm reusing the step that we made.
Yeah, that's good. But think about what the. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, can be. I'm not sure. I mean,
so yeah, was the 5th January 2001. Then this is Amelie. It's April.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which may be yeah. So maybe I try that.
And awesome. Cool. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, I was asking why is when I follow release date instead when I follow release date.
Joseph. Hello. I think he left. Huh?
Yep. Yeah, he dropped. All right. So once we're done with that, all we have to do is commit and tag it, right? And that should be it.
Yes. Yeah, I think we should commit and tag then submit.
Let me run make sure my class scenario. What is it?
Yep. I changed it, so let me see if mine passes as well. Yes, it does.
No, mine failed. Let's see.
Maybe you should confirm the dates.
I copied and pasted from the chart.
I thought I should see before was using movie titles.
Well,
yeah, but
it should do anything in the body of the.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sure.
So I should see.
True.
Oh. Expected all of this.
To match something.
That doesn't seem right. Okay, it says then I should see
12 June
12 June
1981.
before 26 October 1984 is failing, and it says expected this whole huge thing.
Into the specific names of the movies just to test if that passes.
Yeah.
Maybe Raiders of the Lost Ark and
Okay.
The Terminator.
So Raiders of the Lost Ark. We'll see. And The Terminator.
Yeah. I do. Okay, I think you have a
Save
space.
that.
Every time I do Reg X, I feel like I'm struggling again.
And then run it.
Just
It passed.
yeah, run.
But why does it pass if why does it fail with when I put in a release date? Because these should be showing up, right? In the page body. Seems like. Well, it passes now.
It passes without the release date, which is weird.
Let's try this one.
Yeah.
That's 84 is definitely before 92.
Yeah.
It failed. So here's a. That is weird. It should be up at the top, right? No. $68, $81. Okay, so there's 10/26, 1984.
Oh, so like it's written like the other way.
10. Yeah.
Like the American date.
Okay.
Date type, like.
Right, 1984. Yeah, that's why. So it's not even showing up in the page body because of the formatting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I
why
think
is it like
that it's easier to just use.
Yep, definitely.
I think.
So I will.
Yeah.
I'll just change it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just push it. Then tomorrow we start on week 5.
Yep.
Nice. Feels like it's over already.
Yeah. And then we can start on the next one.
Yeah. I think we'll make will make the more interesting for Matt and Peter.
Yep. Yeah, we can catch up.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go eat. I started already.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then I'll commit and share. Yeah, sure. See you tomorrow.
All right. See ya.
Okay, thanks.